I don't know about you guys, but this film really made me want macaroni and cheese. I don't know if it's just me, but to be fair, who doesn't want macaroni and cheese at any given time? I mean, come on now, that shit's just goddamn delicious. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to yet another brand new movie review, and wait, hold on one second. There we go, much better. But I hope you guys are all doing well, and as always, I thank you all so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy your stay. But this time around, we are finally hopping onto Netflix to take a look at Malcolm and Marie. Here we go. I have been so hyped to check this one out. I've heard all the buzz about it, and it's been well documented. This is a black and white romantic drama written and directed by Sam Levinson, which is a name some of you might recognize from the HBO show Euphoria, and it follows a director played by John David Washington and his girlfriend played by Zendaya. And through events and discussions that I dare not spoil here, their relationship is tested on the night of his latest film's premiere. So, oh boy, where do I even begin with this? Now, I've heard all the positive hype surrounding this film even before I clicked it on today. I'm not gonna name names right now, but there are some certain critics out there on YouTube who have called this film a masterpiece. And if you're one of those people, bravo. I commend you for saying that. As a matter of fact, I welcome it. If you guys love this film, that's totally fine. Fantastic, actually. Love what you love, you know? Personally, I'm not sure I'd go that far. I certainly like Malcolm and Marie. The film is far from perfect, though, in my eyes. I would say the best thing about this film is the chemistry of our two leads, who play off of each other masterfully in here. John David Washington, once again, taking well after his dad. Great in this film. He continues to shine in big roles like this after I've loved him in films like BlacKkKlansman and Tenet. And there's one monologue that he has in here, and God, I dare not spoil the contents, but a lot of you know this already. It's the monologue where he absolutely tears into film criticism. I mean, just, God, that monologue really struck a chord with me. The only thing is, though, I kind of wish this monologue kind of had verbiage that wasn't so specific. Like, I kind of wish Levinson went more in the general sense with his words here. Don't get me wrong, I get what he's trying to say with this dialogue, but it just feels like with his verbiage, it's walking a little bit too fine a line. I mean, nevertheless, it really did make me feel for his character in an odd way. And I think it was slightly funny how Zendaya was actually playing into that moment. She was laughing as this whole monologue went down. I mean, she put it really well. It legitimately felt like Malcolm was having an argument with himself that whole time. It's a very good performance from him, potentially Oscar-worthy. As is Zendaya as Marie, who I honestly believe gives the best performance of her entire career in this film. She's moving, she's vulnerable, she's sassy, she's honest, and she's real, man. Her performance was just so genuine. Like, I'm so happy for Zendaya, guys. I cannot wait to see her get more roles like this down the line. Now, Sam Levinson, as a director, I think is absolutely stellar. I think the fact that this film was the first one completely financed and shot within the pandemic that's plagued our world over this last year, I think the stuff that Levinson was able to get out of his actors with this minimal set and with these restrictions, it's absolutely remarkable. This film honestly reminded me a lot of 12 Angry Men in a lot of ways. I know that might be a bit of a reach in terms of content, but bear with me here. I just make that comparison because it is a very tense atmosphere. It's a very claustrophobic movie. There's absolutely nowhere for these two to go except to face the other and confront their demons. And you very much feel like you're a fly on the wall when you watch these two interact with one another. And I also really love the idea of making this a black and white feature. Even though this is set in modern times, this touch really makes this film feel old-fashioned. That, along with the score, it honestly made me feel like I was watching a film that was made in the 50s. The cinematography, absolutely stunning. The camera work, sure-handed. This is one of the better shot movies I've seen in recent memory, if I'm really thinking about it. Now, a friend of mine once told me also that the best editing in films is the editing you don't really notice. And this film's editing just blends in with every little feature. It's a very subtle edit. There are certain scenes that are shot completely completely in a oneer, and I honestly didn't even notice until the scene was over. Levinson not only has a sure hand behind the camera, but when the pen is in his hands, this dialogue is searing. These two absolutely tear into each other. My goodness, such sharp words. The film is definitely very self-aware of itself, and I do think the dialogue for the most part makes sense given the context of the story. Which does bring me to my main issue with Malcolm and Marie, and it's unfortunately a big one. This story, guys, like... oh my lord. Absolutely exhausting. This movie only has an hour 45-minute runtime. I felt like the movie actually went for 45 hours. And that's mainly because okay, I know I've made this point in past reviews. I can't remember which one specifically. Some of you might remember hearing me say in a certain video that you can never craft a movie story in a vacuum. Sad to say, Malcolm and Marie is that film that I feel like was written entirely in a vacuum. These two are constantly arguing throughout this film, and there's certainly loads of interesting monologues in there. But then they kiss and make up in a tappy for a little bit, and then they just start arguing again. And once you kind of get the formula the first time, it is scrub, rinse, and repeat from that point. God, guys, I hate to say it, but Malcolm and Marie can get very repetitive, and it's really nauseating, actually, how toxic this relationship actually is. And as if that wasn't enough, these two pretty much repeat the same exact argument over and over and over again. And then once the final phase of this formula goes through, and then suddenly the credits just hit. And I was sitting there really confused. Because honestly, thinking about it, once the credits started rolling, it all felt like clockwork with these characters. It's like they didn't really change from this experience. Now, just to really make this point clear to you guys, I would love to make this 12 Angry Men comparison again. Because this is one of my all-time favorite movies. And when you rewatch that, every single character, their journeys make a lot of sense. And every character in 12 Angry Men comes out of that experience on the jury a different person. I mean, go watch that film again. You'll notice it. Every single one of them. There's a difference. There's an evolution. A character arc, if you will. And there were certainly reversals within Malcolm and Marie and within these arguments. But the overarching character arc and the reversal was pretty much non-existent. And I was sitting there pondering one thing as the credits were rolling. What on earth did these characters gain from this? And I was honestly stunned to discover that I really couldn't figure it out. And that subsequently in turn made me think, what did I gain from this experience? And even though there are loads of redeeming technical qualities about this film, a story should never be this repetitive or exhausting. And there should always feel like some sort of arc or revolution between these characters and their relationship specifically. And this film really didn't do that a whole lot from what I saw. Despite that though, I cannot help but respect Malcolm and Marie for what it was able to accomplish over this last year. It is absolutely a technical masterclass, and it is a brilliant performance showcase for its two leading actors. I'm gonna give Malcolm and Marie a B-. And trust me, I've gone back and forth with this grade all day long. But I had to be honest about the product as a whole because I really did appreciate how good these technicals were and how amazing these performances were. I was very close to giving this film a C+, but then the more and more I thought about it, I was like, these performances really don't warrant a C+. This is not a bad film at all, but here's the thing. I never see myself rewatching Malcolm and Marie ever again. Because this film is essentially like the toxic friend everybody had in high school at some point. Nobody wants the drama they're bringing in, but yet they keep coming back, constantly apologizing for their misbehavior. And they show you how sorry they are with their irresistibly redeeming qualities. And then they just end up screwing you over again. Scrub, rinse, and repeat, ladies and gentlemen. But I think all of you should check this out at least once. So that way you guys can form your own solid opinions on it. Because it's just... God, I can't remember the last time I felt this conflicted about a movie, man. This is weird. This is just one guy's opinion, though. What did you guys think of Malcolm and Marie? Have you guys seen it yet? Do you enjoy it? Do you not? Also, I'm curious, what is your guys' favorite black and white film? I would love to discuss all of these thoughts and then some all down there in the comments. If you guys are enjoying this content, and if you guys are looking for a place to continue discussing cinema and all things entertainment, I think this channel may be the one for you. So if you guys are new here, or if you haven't already, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button down below as hard as you possibly can, because you beautiful subscribers will be the first ones to know anytime I upload a new video over here. And don't tell anybody this also, but this is just your and I secret. It's free. And also, if you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up on your way out. It would really help out this channel immensely. You guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for your continued support of this channel up to this point. Look out for more exciting content hitting this channel very, very soon. With all that being said, back talk, commence.